I'm Evan. I'm from Nigeria, and a year that I arrived Italy, Naples to be precise, at the age of 15. And Napoli is like my second home. And today I'm 23 years old.
Okay, let's stand up a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Today, what are we doing today?
So today, as a new worker in the organization of Casba Corporation, I'll be taking you around in the city of Naples to tell and explain to you about the history of what happened in the past in Naples, how Naples was, and how the stories have changed so far today.
And is this tour normally given to new immigrants or to,
Actually,
yeah?
the stories people always mistake thinking that it's something given to only the tourists, but it's for everyone because some Italians, for example, that were born here or born outside Italy, don't know about their homeland. So it's a story that is given to everyone, tourists, immigrants, and the Italians too.
And the organization you work for is Casba.
Yeah, Casba.
What does it do?
So the Casba Corporation, um, with our president as Jomai Solis. She is the head of the corporation. So the corporation was actually founded in 2000, which was brought into light more in the year 2001, January 2001. And aside of it being a linguistical zone, like when I mean a linguistical zone, it means like when people that don't speak Italian, they need help for translation. Casba offers such help. It's called mediazione, like in Italian, a mediation of language. We also help in things that concerns we have collaboration with hospitals because in the year latest 90, in the ending 90s, people, because of the problem of of the documents, they found it hard to go to the hospital because they were not confident enough to go to the hospital. But thankfully, with a lot of protests that we had done in those time, another process was brought into light to bring another means of people to be able to go to the hospital, which the government provide another form of documents people that doesn't have their permit to stay can get easily from the hospital to be able to go to the hospital. So with us as a corporation, we try to explain these kinds of means, collaborating with
Stand right there if you would. Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
collaborating with two hospitals. One is called Annunciata and one is called Annunciat Ascalesi, to explain to people that if they are in need of medical attention, they can be able to go to the hospital. So we help them, and even when they don't speak the language, we assist to accompany them to the hospital, thereby translating in the language they speak. Because aside from having English personnel in the corporation, we have those that speak French, Spanish, Portuguese, Ukrainian language, and every other one.
Okay. Can you tell me where are you from?
So I'm from Nigeria, and
Oh, why
from the
did
east of Nigeria to be precise.
and when did you come here and why did you come here?
So I entered Italy with a motive of living with my father, and I entered Italy in the year 2017, December to be precise, just like this period, as a 15-year-old girl.
Why did your father come here?
My dad came here for a process of believing that Italy is a good country that can give his family a good life. Though I had my mom then, along the line she passed on, so I'm not the only one staying with my dad, and he invited me over to give me a good education coupled with the level of education in Italy is quite benefiting compared to that in Nigeria. So to live with him and also to gain a different experience in the outside world, outside the African continent.
So you came here partly to get more of an education?
Yeah, more education, more integration with different culture, and to integrate more, to know how the world is like.
And when you came here, what was the process? Are you legal now? Did you fill out papers?
Yeah, the process, because my dad, he's already he has his 10 years document thankfully, unlike document is quite difficult to gain. So, but him, he has his own 10 years document. So when I entered with the process of going to, from the main office, we are meant to go called the Prefecture of Napoli to register under the governments that have entered their territory. And from there, the process was done, and we have to go to another immigration office called the Questura of Napoli, where the thumbprints are being taken, and your documents will be given to you. So I have a document here in Italy. I'm legally staying in Italy with my documents with me, my residence permit, and my residence identity card, and everything with me, including my hospital card.
I'm curious about the issues to do with immigration. So I'm from California,
Yeah.
and some people welcome immigrants, others don't want immigrants. I like immigrants myself, but
Yeah.
what are some of the issues here, and how were you treated when you came here?
Okay, so I would tell you that Italy is welcoming, though it might sound like from people outside Italy, it might be a rumors of okay, Italy doesn't accept immigrants, but I'll tell you very well that Italy is welcoming compared to a lot of European countries that I've heard of. Is welcoming, and there's a lot of immigrants here in Italy. And I'll also tell you that Naples, for example, is populated because Naples, they give out and they help immigrants. For example, one of the experiences that I had, though from the beginning it wasn't easy because coming as a teenager, I don't speak the language. It was quite difficult to enroll in schools. I have to first of all go for the language course before I could be able to enroll in school. I was able to have at least A2 level of the language so that I can be able to communicate, though it wasn't easy because the language is quite difficult for someone that speaks English.
Did you speak English in Nigeria?
Yeah, I speak English in Nigeria. English is my lingua franca, and I will tell you that actually is a language that we use in school. We grew up with the language, we school with the language, and it's quite normal for us. So I noticed about the language is that it's quite difficult for those that speaks English to enter into the Italian language compared to someone that speaks French because of the pronouns, the vocabularies, and every other thing. But if you're motivated, just like I am, and I am still, you can learn the language.
Do you have a job with Casba? Do you get paid by Casba?
Yeah, I got a job with them. Actually, I was employed this August. I'm a new worker, I'm a new employee under the Casba. I started this August after my trial because of before you start working in Italy, there is a law that you have to do a 1 week trial to check.
Trial?
Yeah, a 1 week testing to know if the job is okay for you, and the employer have to check if it's okay for her or for him. So during that moment is an agreement between the employee and the employer. You're checking to validate your work, and the employer is also checking to know how fit you are for the work, how good you are. So After I passed the trial, I was actually employed with my contract given to me, and I'm being paid. Aside from the interview, we got a lot of interview from people all over the world, from Slovenia, from as much as people that can come from maybe Spain, France, that want to know about the history, just like you are with us today. So
So when you came here, um, is there, do people welcome you being a black person, or is there some racism but not a lot, or what's the
the
deal?
truth there is that racism is everywhere. But from the beginning, I felt the racism. One, because of the language problem, and secondly, not having friends. But I'll tell you that now I don't feel that, not that it doesn't exist again, but because I've already learned how to regulate and to mingle with them and to know who wants me and who doesn't want me. But the truth there is that the Italians are friendly and they are welcoming. You understand?
Nice.
Yeah, they are open, like we say, open-handed. They are always open to welcome you. So so far, I've been like my years with them, because I deal with majority of Italians. I go for Italian churches. I go everything Italian. I'm attending their school. I mingle with the Italians in school, and they're always there to help me, because in school too I do find difficulties, but they are always there, knowing that I'm immigrants, I'm black. They understand the language problem. They give out helping hand, and they make sure that you're comfortable. When we hang out together, they'll ask, okay, are you okay with this kind of food? They don't just conclude, they make sure that you're comfortable around.
Nice. Are your friends now both Italians and Nigerians, or who are your friends?
Actually, in Italy, I actually have one friend. Not because I can't make friends, but I don't know how to make friends. But I have a lot of Italians friends that I can talk to. But when it comes to best friend, I only have only one best friend as a person.
Okay, I don't have a lot of best friends myself.
Yeah, as a
Um,
person, but I have people that I can actually interact with, which are majority Italians, those older than me, and majority are older than me.
is your best friend Nigerian, or
Yeah,
yeah?
she's Nigerian.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell me about immigration? And do you know what immigration is like in the United States at all? Have you heard stories?
Actually, I don't know what it is like in the United States, because I've not been to United States, and I don't know actually anyone from the United States. I don't have people there,
Okay.
so I definitely don't know what it is. But I feel it might be similar uh, to Italy, because coupled with majority of things that are happening in Europe are similar to what is happening in the world. I feel it should be the same.
Yeah. Okay. Um, well, very good. Well, we could start with the tour.
Yeah, we can start with the tour, and just like I said, the Casba Corporation is in collaboration with the hospitals, and the migrant tour is also part of what we do. We do translation of documents for people that needs help with their document. Maybe you want to apply for permits to stay, you want to apply for citizenship. We are out to help you. We're also in collaboration with those that feel that a lot of things, maybe you are suffering from cyberbullying, and you need a help cyberbullying, you need help, we are out to help you. You need help of lawyer or anything, we are out to help you. So we offer a lot of services, not only the migrant tour.
Okay. Can you show me what you have there?
Yeah, so this is what,
Actually, let's start off.
yeah,
I'm
this is
gonna
the Casba.
1 second.
Yeah,
Okay, what do you have there?
so this yeah, with me is a mini brochure from the Casba Corporation, and I also brought here with it the first picture, I believe, from the migrant tour.
Are those migrants that have been helped by Casba?
So this year, I should say that they are my senior colleagues with their first outing that they went out under the migrant tour program.
Okay.
So
And are these for me to have?
from here, you will see my boss.
Oh, let's see.
It's kind of small, but you should be able to see it.
What's her name?
Jomai
Okay.
Solis.
Nice.
So from here, so here is also a bag that I have, which is my working bag with the name printed on it, Migrant Tour.
Okay.
It's a symbol that we have whenever we are on this tour. People around here already knows about our program because it's something that we do every year.
Okay.
It's not only during summer. We do it both also during winter. So because at times tourists want to curiosity, like out of curiosity, they want to know. They are curious to know about what is happening in Naples. We are always available for them. We can't like say no, we only do this. No, we are always available. And we have our office in the center of Napoli, at the heart of Napoli, Piazza Garibaldi 26.
Okay. Good. Now what?
Now, so having explained how the corporation is, I would love you to. We have to start from the first place
Okay.
that we have the tour, so that we can be able to round up with every place.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
I have my name tag on, Immigrant Stories.
Ah,
Oh, what's that clock?
so that's the clock that is connected to the church. Is the clock connected to the church? And one thing that is unique about the clock, when we reach there, you will see is the number 4. One thing that is unique about the clock is the number 4,
Huh.
which you will see when we arrive. Unlike today, the way we normally used to write number 4.
Oh, huh. It has 4
Yeah,
ones.
4 strokes.
Okay. Oh, I'll do a shot like that. 4 ones, okay. Do you have children?
No,
Okay.
I'm not married and I'm still a student. I don't have children.
Gotcha. What does your father do for a living?
So I don't know if this church is okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just video around, but we can't do interview here.
Okay. What is the name of this church?
So the church is called Chiesa Elijah.
Okay.
So yeah, the church is very important, and we always love to start from here because it has a very good history. It's called Chiesa Elijah, the first church which was known to be constructed by the France. We all know, I don't know if you are aware, but Napoli was actually ruled by 3 countries: the France, the Spain, the Spanish people, and the Germans. So this was actually the first church that was said to be constructed by the France, and it looks old because after the World War that happened, nothing was actually reconstructed. It remained the way it was, and just like you saw how the inside was, the paintings, we are they are actually deformated. They are not looking good, because it's not that the church cannot reconstruct it. It's just to keep the history that happened then, for us to know about what happened, and to understand what has changed so far. Again, the church is connected to a hospital. And the reason why it was connected to the hospital was during those days, the early century, it's people that has to go to the Jerusalem, they always pass through here. So they normally used to go to the hospital to get cured of their sickness, which when they get cured, they come here to pray. And connected to here, you can see this particular orange building. We always want explain to people it's a very, very famous school known as the Goldsmith School. Students all over the world always come here, including today. It's not an abandoned building. That's something that is very unique. To learn how to make gold. And after learning, going for the school, attending the school, they do travel to, or they remain in Napoli to collaborate with jewelry companies. So this area before actually was a goldsmith area, and that
A what? A goat?
a goldsmith area.
Oh, goldsmith.
Yeah, and that's why the building actually,
Well, which building? The orange
this
building?
orange building with a white flag. With this white flag.
Oh, I
in.
see. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because the area was a goldsmith school.
Uh-huh.
The area was a goldsmith area, and the school was actually populated for this reason. And before, this building you can see here in the front was not existing. We were more closer to the sea. Not until after the World War that occurred, they have to construct the buildings for people to be able to live, because a lot of people, immigrant Italians, they lost their houses. And the building
during the war,
yeah,
World War II.
yeah. So the building now demarcates us from the sea.
It what?
The buildings, not only this, but the other one, demarcated us from the sea.
I didn't understand that.
It separates us from the sea, because we were more closer to the sea. So when the building was constructed, it separated us from the sea. And now you can also see from when we start to go to the square, to the market square, you will see the road that was tied and reconstructed in the 20th century.
In which century?
20.
The 20th century?
So everything was arranged. It wasn't like that before.
Okay.
Before the ground was leveled closer to people, because before the area over there was a market square where people buy and sell goods. So people from over the country, they do come in, buy and sell their goods. You got it. So the area is very unique and is known for its history. It's a very historical area.
Okay.
And the building was actually, this particular church was constructed in the middle 1200.
Old church. Okay.
Yeah, it's an old church. The windows are actually small. You saw it inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to move over to the market square,
Okay.
where I'll tell you, and I'll also show you some pictures I have to show you about here, because I have some pictures with me, so that you get to see how the place was and how it's looking like now.
Oh, okay. Where do you live?
So I live in Napoli, closer to the center of Naples. I live in Naples, closer to the center, but it's called Jantugo.
And how did you get here today? Did you walk?
I trekked, and I make use of the train.
The train?
Yeah. Because there is a train, there is a means of transportation, either by bus or by train. So today is Saturday, to get buses is quite difficult. So I have to make use of the train so that I can arrive on time.
Uh-huh. I see there was a strike yesterday, I think.
Yeah, 24-hour strike.
How long a strike?
24-hour strike. That is
24.
the buses function from 6 to 9. Then it started again from 5 in the evening. But that doesn't mean that during those hours there wasn't any bus to help people. Just that it takes time for the bus to arrive.
Uh,
It won't function the way it was.
I saw a lot of trash out. I guess it wasn't picked up because of the strike. Maybe we'll walk up here.
Yeah.
Do you know why the strike happened? Why
I
is this?
literally don't know why it
Okay.
happened, because it was actually a strike regarding the transportation. Like almost every transportation, we are on strike. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about the. I would love us to go over there.
Okay.
This market square is very, very important and popular. One of the things that I know and I am so thankfully about that has changed in the market square is because there is no longer decapitation in this square.
They no longer what?
Decapitation.
Oh, they used to be cut off heads?
Yeah,
Here?
yeah.
Wow.
So aside of it being a market square, in the olden days there is another means of judgment. When one does something bad, they have to put on a judgment, because Naples then was more of like a kingdom than a country. You get it? So then as a kingdom, it was done in just like the way UK is more of like a kingdom. They're living in the, in still the kind of monarchy way. Naples was once using the monarchy way of living, though they have changed now, which we have the prime ministers and every other thing. And this was how the market square was like before.
Okay, hold it still. Let's see. Is that this square?
Yeah, this is the particular square. Yeah, this is it. You will notice that the floor was actually different
What
than the
was
one
that?
you.
Oh, the ground?
Yeah, you can see the ground is different from the one you're seeing
Yeah.
now.
Uh-huh. Is that clock tower here?
Yeah, the clock tower over there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
But we are still going to go there.
Okay.
So the reason why it was more closer, you see this particular building?
Let's go out a little bit.
We're still going to go over there.
Okay. Yeah.
So the building was actually constructed. It happens to be the first building that was constructed before those ones. This was the first building that was constructed after the World War
Was
II.
this one or this one?
This.
Oh, that building. Okay.
These small buildings are what you're seeing over here,
Oh, right. Okay.
that are keeping to the history of the small buildings that are used as a form of marketing for
Mark-
shop, for their to sell and buy things. So they only repaint their buildings, but they did not demolish it. They kept it for history purpose, because that's how their shops used to be like those days. So you saw the tower that we are still going to go over there, and the marketplace actually, aside from the buying and selling of goods that I said, just like you can see here, you can see a horse over here and people, the way it's normal it used to be like. And the decapitation, one of the people that was also decapitated here was called Corradino, the 16 years old boy, and the last person in the dynasty of the king, the German king.
Why was he decapitated?
He was decapitated by the Spanish because when the Spanish troop into Naples, they have to prove that they have overcome the war, that they are in charge. So they don't want Corradino to rule Napoli, to rule Naples, so they decapitated him in this square. In fact, this particular church you're seeing there was constructed by his mom
Really?
for his name.
Oh, that oh,
So
for
it's called
his
the
name?
Church of Corradino.
Oh, is that the Church of Carabino?
Corradino.
How do you say it?
Corradino.
Okay, Corradino. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I like your hair
Thank
ornament. That's
you.
pretty. Okay, go ahead.
So, aside from Corradino, is they also decapitated Massiniello in the year 1647. These are the most famous people that were decapitated, and every other person that we don't know in this place. So what I've
Why was he decapitated?
he was a soldier that was fighting during those time. He fight for truth. You understand?
For truth?
Yeah. So he was decapitated here, and the difference between then and today is, though the market square is no longer used for market purpose like it used to be, though there are still some shops like you can see now that are still ongoing, but the ground over here are no longer used for market purpose because it has been shifted to another place that I'll still show you. And though it still holds that name, Market Square, Piazza Mercato, because the history in Italy, in Napoli, is that every street, every place, the reason why it has its name is because there was something that was there, though it's no longer there, but it's because of, in the past, for this particular reason, that's why it's called this name. For example, here it's called Piazza Mercato because it's called the market square because in the olden days it was used for market purpose.
Okay. By the way, when people were decapitated, how did they do it? Did they use a sword or a guillotine, or do you know what?
So I heard it was used with sword
Sword.
and maybe another form of like I don't know, maybe they have to form another way to decapitate them, but majority of them was used with sword, just like the sword you are seeing here.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's the plane. Okay.
So, and that was it. From
You know, when people came from Spain or Germany, were they like immigrants or migrants? Is there some similarity between the history and migrants now?
um
It's a hard
when
question.
people came from Italy, from Spain or Germany, now I feel that it's still the same way when other people are coming too. You understand? Like the difference between then and now, though the history of what happened in the past, the um the misunderstanding and every other thing, it didn't affect the immigrants of like the current immigrants today. And that's one thing that is very good because coupled with the fact that the Spanish have to decapitate Corradino, that was a German, and in the land of Italy, Naples, it would have been another war, but thankfully.
Okay.
So there is no difference actually, it's still the same.
Okay. Go ahead.
So from here, we have to go over to another church because I would love you to see the difference between that church and this one.
Okay.
And it's being said that that church was actually constructed by the Spanish. Just like I said, the Spain, like the Spanish people once ruled Napoli. So everyone left their sign, their symbol of they were once in this place. And inside there, I don't know if the church has started. Normally, there's a celebration of mass there because it's a jubilee church, and aside from the history it holds, people from all over the world always come there to pray. And after it, I'll also show you something called Ivoto, which was actually used um when after praying and people get healed, people present such to the church as a sign of appreciation for the Blessed Virgin Mary, because it's also known that the visitation of the Black Virgin Mary, the church, it has a lot of symbol. And the Corradino that was decapitated here was buried in the church by a Catholic priest as of then. So I will show you his grave there
Okay.
and a lot. But before them, I will tell you about a very small history about this particular Pescatoria Biancaria.
This monument here?
Yeah. So normally people sees it here, Biancaria Corredor, and people don't understand what it means. But is one of the building, or probably I would say that is used to describe, to explain to people the culture that Naples have. Like during their wedding day, they do come to this kind of shop. You might see something like similar like this maybe in another place in Napoli, but we use this as an example to explain to people because this has been the history. Like this, a family shop, a family business. So Naples have this history of carrying a big a box to come over here to buy things that they need before their wedding, like white bed sheets, white pillowcase, white nightgown, everything. And one thing I found very amazing is that it's different from my culture in Nigeria, because when we do our own kind of wedding, we don't make use of white. We have a kind of African printing that we use, kind of a different attire, a different culture. And that's what brings me to this migrant tour that we are doing, because knowing fully well that migrant tour as a project is dealing with intercultural, bringing people together and talking about different culture, your culture from United States, my culture from Nigeria, Napoli culture, and every other one. We all come together to learn one particular thing, to integrate. Migrant tour as a project is brought for integration. And this project, I don't know if you're aware, but I have to let you know, it's not only in Naples.
Which project are you talking about?
The migrant tour.
Migranto?
Yeah.
Is it a government project?
No, the migrant tour is what we are doing today.
Oh, okay. Oh, let me get it. Okay.
What I told you about, that is
Okay.
also part of the Casba Corporation
Okay.
from the
Gotcha.
beginning.
Uh-huh.
So this migrant tour is brought is a project in about 15 cities, Naples making it the 16th one. And this city actually is not only in Naples, in every other city inside Italy, and with a lot of places, a lot of European countries. At times, my colleagues can go outside Italy to explain to people how things are being done. So it depends on our program.
Hold on a second. Migrant tour is what? What did you say?
I say that migrant tour is a project, is a network project that brings people together to integrate, to live together irrespective of our different culture and belief. Here, for example, we are under the program of migrant tour, where I'm explaining to you about the history, the culture of Napoli as a Nigerian, and you as a united person learning it. So we are learning this Napoli culture. We are coming together to understand one particular goal, and that's the reason why migrant tour was created. to bring people together to understand one particular group.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
when I explain about the particular this building,
Okay. So it wasn't the monument; it's the building you're talking
yeah,
about.
the building
Yeah.
where people like come over here, the building, the pescatore,
Hold on a second.
pescatore biancheria. See the
Okay.
up there,
Uh-huh.
and that's when they say bianche, that is white. Bianche is in Italian, white. So it's a culture, it's Napoli culture, where a tradition that when a woman wants to get married, she has to come with a box to buy things that she needs for her wedding night. And this is the kind of place they come to buy something like that.
Okay.
So now I'm telling you that it's actually something that I found amazing. You understand? Because it's quite different from my culture where I'm coming from. And I believe it should be also be different from your own culture. And that's what we are talking about this particular program. Is a network program, a network project that explains different culture in the world. Yep. So when I talk about for example, when I do this kind of work with tourists, a lot always confirm that yeah, in United States we have nothing like this, and or maybe in United States we have similar things like this. Those from Australia, those from Canada, I have a lot of people from all over the world to come, and they explain how their own culture seems like, because it's more of like a conversation network program than me explaining. It's a conversation something.
Nice.
You understand? So I don't just come and explain the work to them. I don't just come and explain the history of Naples to them. I work as a conversation personnel. You
Yeah.
understand? Where I explain what is happening in Naples, and I'll tell them example of what happened in my country, of how it's happening, and then they might tell me of something related to theirs too. Because for example, I always tell them that okay, in my country, because my country is not known as a Catholic country compared to Italy. Italy is known as a Catholic country because the Pope lives in Italy. So one thing I found different too in Italy compared to my country is from year to year you see a church. From year to year you see another Catholic church. But in my country, it's not like that. It takes maybe another 30 minutes or 1 hour before you see another Catholic church. And you see majority of Catholic church, like well-known Catholic church or Christendom, in majority of the eastern parts of Nigeria. And maybe few ones in the west or in the north, or but majority are in the eastern part of Nigeria.
Nice.
Okay.
So there's something nice about sharing different cultures.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So the part of sharing different culture is the part where when we go over from year to year, when we are going around, because we are just in the second part of our tour. You understand? So when the more we go, the more we talk about how the country is. Like we talk about the food, we talk about the kind of clothes, how your wedding used to be like, how my wedding can be like. I don't know more. I don't know anything about US, but at that moment, someone can tell me, oh, what I'm saying is similar to what they have, and I'll be like, okay, in my head, US might have something like this.
Okay. Nice.
And I won't know if they did not tell me, because I've not been to US, and I've not been to Canada, I've not been to Australia, I've not been to Spain, I've not been to Germany, because we have people all over these places coming every time to visit the Casba, and we meet them and they meet us every time. So these places, when they talk about theirs, I talk about mine. When I tour them around, they see different churches, and I remember someone, I think from Canada, telling me that this kind of particular church they don't have it because they have renovated their old churches. And I'll tell you, yeah, even mine too. In Nigeria, we don't have old church like this because we have renovated everything that was destroyed during the war, during the enslaving, during the visitation of the white men, because we were actually colonized by the UK. So a lot of things were changed. And I'll tell you also too, one of the things that changed was that our culture was kind of leaving the Nigeria, in the sense that we are actually trying to imitate the UK. You understand? Our forms of government, everything changed. We are trying to imitate the UK. Before, we don't have white weddings, so we try to imitate the UK government because they are the ones that introduced that to us. So a lot changed, and I try to explain to people that before, this is how my country is, and today this is how it is. And today this is Naples. Before, Naples was not like this. Before, to enter this, so I heard some Napolitans, they'll be like, oh, before you cannot pass through this environment, and another place that I'm gonna show you, because it was known for a bad history of someone can actually steal from you. And I'll be like, oh, stealing is everywhere, and they'll say, no, yes, quite different. They'll be like, yeah, it's quite different. And I'll be like, okay. And they'll say, oh, thanks to the arrival of the immigrants brought life to here. And from year to year, you see another immigrant. From year to year, I remember working as a youth service. Yeah, because I've served Italy. I've done my youth service in Italy. And my boss, who was from Cape Verde, was telling me that before, you only see maybe 10 or 5 immigrants in the center of Naples. And I was like, wow, you can be able to count immigrants before, but now immigrants are much. And that's why I'll tell you that Napoli, Italy, they are welcoming. They allow
Nice.
immigrants inside, because if not, people that troop in maybe through the sea, through the Mediterranean Sea, they will send them back to their countries. But no, they provide houses for them. They try to give them documents. They try to give them citizenship. They try to give them work. They try to make them comfortable.
Nice. I'm gonna,
A quick one I have to like explain to you. Yeah. So yeah, it's called Piazza Carmine.
this here.
This place. So the reason it's called Piazza Carmine is because the church here is called Chiesa Carmine. Just like I told you the other time here, that every place have the reason why it's called that name. So here it's called Piazza Carmine, and it's very very famous for this particular church here, and also for how it's connected to the Piazza Mercato. And you look around the road that I was talking about, you saw how high it is now. So before, it wasn't like this until the 20th century. And the remaining building there, over there,
Yeah.
was actually what was remaining after the World War II.
Huh.
So this was actually the entrance to the city of Naples.
Okay.
You can see it from here to this two tower here, the gates of the entrance. And those buildings there are the industrial area that was actually connected more. And then when they were reconstructing the road and everything, they have to use the iron bars to demarcate everything. Before, they were more closer.
Okay.
So
Should we go in the church?
yeah, I would love you to like go in and look around. We can't do interview inside the
Okay.
church, but you can look around. You can also take pictures, but the flash shouldn't be showing.
Okay.
because every church have their rules and regulation.
Gotcha.
And I want to show you things that you're likely to see inside the church. This particular thing are also inside the church. This is what is called ivoto, a gift that people give to place here after they have finished praying for the Blessed Virgin Mary to heal them. And you can see this is a sign of a leg, someone that was healed of the leg, the heart, someone that was healed of the heart, the head, the stomach, maybe someone that is asking for a baby that the Blessed Virgin Mary blessed. So a pregnant woman, and many other things that you can see there. A full body, someone that was healed of the body. When you go inside there, you'll still see more of them.
So do families give this to the church, or did the church make these? Or?
No, they buy. There is somewhere they have to buy, but I don't know actually know the place. But I think if you want to buy, you can ask maybe the priest or someone that is in charge, or maybe there's somewhere they can advise you to go and buy the stuff.
Okay.
And it's a tradition that is well known, so you're likely to see both the ones from the 1400. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to show you something, because inside the church you'll see a box like this. So the reason that we got this picture here was because the box is not open. So I want you to see what is actually inside the box.
Okay.
You get it? And aside from here having his church, during Christmas, like almost this period, very soon, they normally used to set a small canopy in this place, in this square, where they can sell candies, chocolates for Epiphany, like it's called Befana. Befana is a Catholic feast that is being known to be celebrated in January, preparation of January 5th, and the D-Day is January 6th. So Befana is known, a similar tradition to Christmas, but the difference is that there is this tendency of they always have to joke with the kids that okay, tomorrow is Befana, you have to go to sleep, because if Befana should catch you, she will use her broomstick and hit you, because Befana is known for an old woman with a broomstick that goes around house to house to drop a big sacks filled with candies. I don't know if I can get a picture. So something like this, a big sauce like this, filled with candy, sweets, everything, chocolates. You understand? So this is where everything. So
This will happen soon, huh?
yeah. So the children, in their mind, they are thinking that it's actually Befana, but actually it's their grandparents or their parents that have to buy the sweets and put in the sacks and keep for them. And any child that doesn't have their own sacks filled with sweets and chocolates is likely to have onions and potato.
Onions?
And potato. And potatoes.
Oh, petals?
Like onions and potatoes.
Oh, okay. Onions and vegetables?
Yeah. And potatoes. And so the potatoes and the onions is a sign that, okay, you did well, but try again next time.
By the way, in the United States, we for Christmas have stockings we hang up.
Okay.
I'm Jewish actually, but my parents still gave me and my brother and sister stockings and put candies and toys in them.
Yeah, but in Nigeria we celebrate Befana, but not in this way.
Okay.
We just go to church and that's it. We don't give sweets. We don't. So you see the difference now. The culture differs.
Yeah.
Though we learned Catholic from the Italians, because Catholic Church was founded in Rome by the Peter, like the big churches in the Vatican City. So everything started from the Vatican City, but still, everything we have every single feast just like it's being celebrated in Italy, yeah, but we don't elaborate it just the way Italians does theirs.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have to go inside and look around, and when we come out, we can move over to the next
Okay.
place. Okay.
Great.
So you can see the and the box that I showed you on picture. The box that I showed you on the picture.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go around. Sure.
Wow. Okay.
So from here, you have to now see the things that I showed you in the pictures. So here you have to see the lungs, the hand, the foot, the stomach, and then you are there. And some that cannot give something like this, you also have to give the picture. I once explained about the grave of Corradino. So this is the pavement where Corradino was buried by the Catholic priest after his decapitation. So if you see, it's been written that he was buried till he was buried here till the year 1847. You see, the thing was, it was written, it was engraved that he was there till that moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's filled with everything that I told you about. And you see, there are much. There are very, very many because it's a tradition that people that comes here every time to pray on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, though the masses are every day. So they come here to pray and they give such as appreciation. Some have to give us pictures and that's it. So this particular thing here was a short prayer that the people in this area they have to like pray that the Blessed Virgin Mary should continue blessing and protecting them, and is actually written in Napolitan language. So that's it. So we have here, you can see things here. They are actually much. We also have it here. their their church and the Muslims they are very strict. For example, he was saying that him should not touch my hand because they are Muslim and they cannot touch a woman's hand, especially maybe I'm not putting on hijab or anything. So I don't know for them. So
Is that a problem of Muslims coming to Italy, and do they get along with non-Muslims? Is that one of the issues?
I don't know. I don't have much of Muslim people around me, so I can't say. But I know they are very strict. Like in schools, they also put on their
Right.
hijab. They wear their long gown. They hardly put on trousers like us. So I don't know much about them because I'm
Okay,
not a Muslim.
that's okay.
So what I have to explain is this particular building here that was created in the year 1970 by an ex-Catholic priest that converted to a Muslim. And the reason why he came about this building was that because just like I said, we are trying to bring in culture, integration of culture. That's what we are into. So it was it was it was actually a convent. So it's an ex-convent that was transformed into a mosque. And in as much as this building here was given to them by the government, they are the ones that pay the bills. So aside from the pray it being a prayer zone, it's also used as an association where food are given, free barbing of hairs, and also language stuff and every other thing are being done here.
And so the Italian government gave the Muslims this
Yeah,
building?
Yeah, because the ex-Catholic priests have to go to the commune, to the local government to ask for a place where the Muslim can come together. Since the Christians have a place called church, they need a place they can come together and pray and see their brothers too. Because before, they pray more at home. So thanks to the ex-priests and they have to bring this into light, and that's why, yeah, it's actually um, one of the biggest mosques in Naples.
This mosque.
Yeah, it's being said that it's not an actual mosque compared to their own country, because in their country there is being Muslim, where the men are staying are different and where the women and the children are staying are actually different when praying. But here they are together because it's not big, it's not much.
Okay.
And I have the pictures, I can show you how it is, because
Okay.
even when it is open, we cannot enter inside. But I always have the pictures with me because the place is always closed on a normal day. So I carry the pictures with me for people to see. And this is how the inside look like.
Oh, okay.
So during Ramadan, they normally used to pray. Uh,
You want me to hold that?
sure, thank you. You're likely to see something like this.
But,
There is a feast that they call Ramadan,
okay.
a Muslim feast called Ramadan, just like their own type of Christmas. So they have to line in from inside to outside where they pray, because the inside of the church, like you saw there, is not big, it's small.
Are they in the street? Is this taken in the street here?
Yeah, can't you see?
Uh-huh.
They have to line up. And the people, knowing fully well that is their own period of their kind of Christmas, they respect them.
Right
So now
here.
they're in their own prayer period.
Okay.
So from here we have to move over to the market. It's called fish market.
Okay.
There you will see people, different cultures, different religions from different countries, different restaurants. You will also see Italians too in the midst of immigrants.
Okay.
And and that's where the point of the heart of what we are talking about.
That's what?
That's the point of what we are talking about, the integration that we are talking about. When you go, you'll be perceiving food, everything. Someone from India cooking Bangladesh food, someone from Bangladesh cooking Morocco food, someone from Morocco cooking Pakistan food.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and Italians too. So we have to follow, yeah?
The last church we were in, was it right over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you understand what he didn't like about Maloney? Did he say she steals money?
Meloni.
Maloney, the prime minister?
Meloni. According to him, he said that Meloni is the problem that they are having about immigrants, allowing immigrants into the country to enter the country, and the problem keeps going over and over again.
One second. I'm going to get on your other side. What did you say?
This is the area that I'm talking about, and this is the area that I spoke about that people hardly enter this place. So, because of the arrival of immigrants, you cannot see the place is lively, and you can see different kind of shops owned by different people from different country, restaurants, and those selling SIM card and every other thing. So aside of it being a marketplace, it's also a point of information because when someone enters Naples, they kindly get confused or lost and they don't know where to start from. So they are likely to come here and ask information on what to do, where to start from, and at the end of the day, they get to see their brothers from the same country with them and every other thing. So this is the market that we are going to stroll from. Starting from here, we have to go.
Okay.
So the market is actually very important for us because there is something that we believe and we already know that here you can see things from all over the world. Unlike before, it is very difficult to see something maybe probably from your country or from my country. For example, when I arrived here, I was able to see something like this particular thing, yeah, that looks like a cassava, and it happens that is actually an imported goose because before Italians they don't do more of importation of goose, they make use of their own. So after a very long time, a lot changed. The arrival of the immigrants, things change. Importation of goods becomes one of their business, and they export theirs too. And that's what we are seeing here today.
So immigrants bring new types of food and new types of
They
businesses?
bring a lot of life business ideas that the Italians know about, and them too they learn from the Italians. Exchange of goods, exchange of ideas, exchange of culture, and that's what is happening here today.
Could you say the sentence, immigrants bring a lot of?
Yeah, immigrants bring a lot of goods. So here you see different kind of fish. I don't know if you have any one in your country.
Look, the lights make that flicker like that.
Yeah. And that's why it's called fish market. You see that today you can get fresh fish.
Buongiorno ragazzi.
Buongiorno.
Qui è caratteristico.
Rosa, blu e bianco.
Che poi
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Big market.
Yeah.
A parte che mi hanno detto che il mercato
So, yeah, um, you can see different kind of things in the market here, and this environment you see here is very, very important and it's famous.
This market?
Yeah,
What's the name of it?
the market doesn't have a name, but
Okay.
this place is called Porta Nolana. And the reason why it was called Porta Nolana and it's called Porta Nolana was because before this was the road that leads to the city. There is a city called Nola. So from there they derived the name called Porta Nolana, that is carry me to go to the Nola. Porta, take me to Nola. Porta Nolana. And this two tower here, you see here, is also known as the entrance and the exit of the city. If you remember, I showed you the entrance of the city from over there. But here is also used as the entrance and exit. And the tower one is called Hope and the other one is called Faith. Like the towers, they have name, Hope and Faith. And now you can see the buildings on top of the tower. But before, it was actually used as the soldiers. They actually used to stay on top to look and to guide the city, those that troops in and those that goes out of the city. And the market you see here today was actually the market that was shifted from the Piazza Mercato to here. So now this is the current Mercato place that you know about.
Okay.
But the other place still remained the Piazza Mercato. So the name did not change in as much as the markets are now here. And another thing that is good here is that you can get things as cheap as possible in this place. And during very soon, this December time, very soon, maybe when we're about to enter New Year, the prices goes down so that people can be able to afford things. So you can maybe you'll see things that like 50 cents, 1 euro, 2 euro. For example, during summertime, I was able to see something like maybe 2 for 1 euro, 2 for 2 euro, 1 for 50 cents. So
Nice.
is a market that is open for everyone, and they is open from now till once it's 1 o'clock. You will no longer see it. Like you can see some people already packing their goods because it's almost 1. So that's it. So from here down to this road that we are going to now is all about markets. And on the market square, we chose this area because we understand that there is something called integration, where an
I'm sorry.
immigrant,
Something called what?
integration,
Yeah.
where an immigrant and an Italian can stay in the same place, and they will not have problem. When I mean the same place and there will not be problem or misunderstanding is this is an Italian man shop and this is his shop, and opposite it is an immigrant shop, and another one is an immigrant shop, and they are staying together. An Italian man can still go there to buy something while an immigrant can come here to buy something, and that's what we are talking about. And this is also an immigrant shop here.
Are we almost at the end of the tour now?
Yeah.
Okay. You've done a good tour. Thank you, Evan.
Ciao. So yeah, it's one of the shops that we chose among the shops here. Reason that we chose this shop here is because the family in charge of this shop, they have been here for like more than 20 years. So they are the first shop in this area as an immigrant. And the way they love the city, the way they love Naples, they were able to give birth to stay here to build their own home and to give birth to their children here in Italy. And another thing again that I love about here is that is the arts of craft, whereby they get something from their country to mix something with an Italian to produce something. Everything that been made by her. Like she used her hand to construct every single thing. So you can see different kind of beads, and the first time that I came here, actually I was very very shocked because I could see a bead that I never assumed that I could be able to see in Italy, because I thought that it's only my country that has this kind of bead. And I was like, oh wow, the culture is everywhere. Like it's versatile. We have similarity of culture. In as much as I have something like this in my country, them too, they also have it. For example, we use this kind of bead only for traditional wedding. But then maybe the Italians, for example, they wear bead just to go out. But we make use of it for our wedding is a kind of royalty. It's a symbol of royalty. Though some people that can wear it to maybe to hangers is mostly when it comes to bracelets. But putting big beads, something like this, either burial, like a funeral, or for wedding. So beads is one of something that I know that a symbol of culture that bring people together, though different purpose but the same thing. Okay, so it's similar to maybe things that you have in your own country. I don't know. Ciao Bella.
È come ce l'hanno?
What does ciao Bella mean?
Ciao Bella means hi beautiful. Is a the ciao is more of like hello, hello beautiful.
No.
So
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I say yeah, we have come to the end of our tour,
Yeah.
and the buildings you can see over there are the buildings that I spoke about that we're in collaboration with Annunziata and Ascalesi.
Why don't you stand right there? You'd stand there. Yeah.
So
What about that building?
yeah,
What about it?
it's a building that we are in charge of, like we're collaborating with the Annunziata and Ascalesi. So yeah, we are finishing our tour, and like I said before, we are in collaboration with them, meaning that people that wants to go to the hospital but they don't know where to start from or anything to do, when they come for us, we advise them to go over there to tell them that okay, the corporation of Casba, they are coming from the corporation of Casba, or we escort them if they don't know the language. And one of the reasons why it's also famous is because it happens to be the first hospital that the black worked in.
This right here.
Yeah, there are two. There are two hospitals. One is in front of the other. So the black ones, they happen to be the hospital that the immigrants first work in before every other hospitals now. And that's why it's very important and famous. So we've come to the end of our tour and every other thing. I believe maybe the interview. I don't know any other question.
Well,
Okay, so I'll tell you that the Corporation of Casba, we are happy to have you.
thank you very much.
And that's everything about Napoli that we can tell you for now. This is called Corso Umberto. This street here is very famous because of the king Corso Umberto, a king called Corso Umberto. So from here down is a very long street and it's very, very famous. It's always busy, especially now.
Well, thank you very much for the tour.
You're welcome. It's nice having you.
Nice. One more question. Is there anything else you can say about immigration issues here?
The only thing that I know that is quite a problem is the changing of law regarding documents for immigrants, which is quite a hassle. To get documents is quite hassle now. And before, so I heard people that is not like that. But now to get documents, maybe you have to prepare for your documents ahead of time, 1 year ahead of time, so that you can be able to get it on time. And when you, for example, your permit to stay is connected to your hospital card, and everything is connected together, so everything becomes a problem.
Okay.
And for example, if you want to like work, and it has to be that you have to do your contract of work, some employers, they don't like to get the slip that shows that your document is in process. They want the plastic, and all this becomes a kind of frustrating method for the immigrants because they are not the ones creating the law. The laws are being made by the Italians, the prime minister, of them changing documents. For example, before there is a document called long period stay that was unlimited, and they changed it to the one that has a year that it has to expire. Okay, and very soon they have to change the law of citizenship, and it becomes a problem. Everything becomes a hassle to gather. So in as much as immigrants, they are finding it hard to sustain themselves regarding maybe the problem of getting work. To get work is not easy. A work that pays well to sustain a family of 1, 2, 3, 4 is not easy. To get a house to rent is not easy. To get documents, a landlord that can able to like believe you that you can take care of everything and also pay the house rent on time. So everything becomes hassle upon a problem, but irrespective of that, we are still going on.
Irrespective of that, what?
Irrespective of everything, people are still finding a way to figure out themselves, to solve the problems within themselves. And as immigrants, we already know that it's not our country, so we have to deal with it. And there's nothing else we can do.
Well, you're an excellent example of a good immigrant, so thank you.
Yeah, and being an example of a good immigrant is to respect their laws, to learn their language, to integrate in their country. And that's it. I think that's how to maintain someone's country. And even in my country, I would love someone else to do the same. Not to tarnish the image and not to tarnish the image of the country I'm coming from too.
Okay.
So